More now on a developing story that could forever change America's relationship with Cuba.
President Obama announcing a major overhaul of U.S. policy toward the island nation. This after the release of U.S. citizen Alan Gross, seen here. He was a contractor who was being held prisoner in Cuba since 2009. And this marking the most significant change since America severed diplomatic relations with Cuba after the Fidel Castro revolution back in 1961.
And its impact is already being felt right here in Southwest Florida. 4 in Your Corner's Carl Fortier joining us from Naples with more on what Cuban Americans have to say about this.
Well, I spoke with the owners of Fernandez the Bull in North Naples who watched the president's announcement live at noon today. While they're hopeful that the policy changes will be effective, they're not exactly passing out the cigars just yet.
But I believe that we can do more to support the Cuban people and promote our values through engagement.
Luis Fernandez came to the U.S. from Cuba in 1961 when he was only 19 years old. He opened the Cuban cafe Fernandez the Bull in 1985. After seeing his homeland bear the weight of Fidel Castro's communist regime for 50-plus years, Fernandez watched President Obama lay out his administration's new policy regarding Cuba with a mix of hope and skepticism.
I live here. I got my family here. But I want the Cuban people happy too and have everything that they need.
As much as he despises the Castro regime, he says the longtime U.S. trade embargo has done little, if anything, to change it.
The embargo hasn't worked in how many years? Over 55 years? Yeah. So what are you going to do? Like I say, I got mixed feeling about the whole thing.
The expanded travel guidelines should allow Cuban Americans to make it easier to visit family there. He has a sister who still lives in Cuba.
A few months ago, she told me she wanted to come to the United States.
Did she do that?
We tried 4 times. They haven't let it come.
His son Lazaro wants to wait and see how our government's new views towards Cuba can help the people who live there.
I mean, that's a great idea. The problem is the execution, so we'll see as far as that, how that goes.
We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. I hope for the Cuban people it works.
And again, today marks the most significant move by the American government to ease sanctions against Cuba in more than 50 years. In Naples, Carl Fortier, Fox 4 in Your Corner.
Meanwhile,